Chapter 2 is Misunderstanding. Poor Applejack. The group was quiet after the sudden loose of Fluttershy. Why did I say Applejack? Okay. Even the normally bouncing, happy Pinkie Pie was just silently walking along the path. Fluttershy was sniffling quietly, going over in mind what she would say to Big Mac, Granny Smith, and Apple Bloom when they returned to Ponyville. Deeper into the forest, they heard a sudden loud roar of something in pain. The group paused for a moment to look at each other, before continuing on a little slower, looking around for anything that might jump out at them, before seeing the large form of a manticore standing in front of them. The group stood just out of sight of the manticore, looking at each other.
"What are we going to do? We have to go this way,"
Twilight said, looking at the other ponies. Rainbow Dash flew up.
"We'll have to make it move,"
she said before flying quickly to the manticore and bucked it hard in the face, causing it to roar loudly, swiping with its claws. Rainbow Dash managed to avoid them, but got hit with its tail, sending her sliding back along the ground.
"Hurry, every pony! Let's help!"
Twilight said. The group running out, and Twilight released a bolt of magic at the manticore, hitting it in the side, causing it to roar in anger again, turning to face her, baring its fangs. Pinkie ran over quickly to move Rainbow Dash out of the way so she wouldn't get hurt worse, and Rarity threw rocks at the manticore with her magic, trying to help distract it. Twilight used her own magic to push it back, to keep it from getting too close. Fluttershy stood back and watched, her eyes wide. She noticed the manticore kept its right paw up in the air and didn't move, put it to the ground. While it tried to swipe at Rarity and Twilight, who kept assaulting it with magic, she noticed something stuck in its paw.
Wait. Guys, hang on,
Fluttershy said softly, trying to get her friend's attention. Rainbow Dash recovered from the tail swipe and flew up into the air again.
"I'm not that easy to knock down,"
she yelled, and flew back at the manticore and started to move around it quickly, building up a small tornado until it snapped its tail out and knocked Rainbow Dash aside again.
Wait. Please stop,"
Fluttershy said, again trying to get her friend's attention, seeing Rainbow Dash get hit again, and winced softly.
"Come on, girls. Don't give up,"
Twilight said, another blast of magic flying at the manticore and hitting it in the chest, sending it sliding back and roaring in pain and anger again. Pinkie Pie galloped over and bucked its hurt paw, causing it to rear up in anger and pain, swiping a claw at Pinkie Pie managed to avoid the swipe, a streak of purple magic catching the manticore in the chest again, knocking it on its back.
"Wait!"
Fluttershy yelled, causing the ponies to stop and look at her as she rushed past the manticore.
"Shh. It's okay. Please stop. We won't hurt you any more,"
she said, trying to calm the manticore, rolled onto its side and got back up. The manticore snorted and looked at Fluttershy, narrowing its eyes. Fluttershy moved in closer and leaned in, grabbing a dark thorn in her teeth and pulled it loose. The manticore roared in pain and slashed one of its claws at Fluttershy, catching her in the neck, its sharp claws sending a spray of blood in the air that splattered across the ground in front of the group, reduced to just 4 now. The group gasped loudly before bolting into the woods and away from the manticore, her look ready to pounce. Seeing the group run, the manticore started to chase after them as the thorn turned back into a dark blue mist and floated away. The group managed to lose the manticore as they went deeper into the thick jungle. Once they were safe, they came to a stop and panted hard, trying to catch their breaths.
Fluttershy. Why?"
Rainbow Dash said, tears streaming down her cheeks.
I'm so sorry, Rainbow Dash. Truly I am,"
Twilight said, trying to comfort Rainbow Dash. Rainbow Dash sat on a log and cried softly as Twilight, Rarity, and Pinkie tried to comfort the poor Pegasus. Rainbow Dash and Fluttershy, having grown up together, the loss of the heart was the hardest of her.
I should have stopped her,"
Rainbow Dash said, wiping her eyes with a hoof.
"Rainbow Dash. She was too fast. No one could have stopped her,"
Rarity said, softly looking at the ground.
"It all happened so quickly. There was nothing any pony could have done. I'm the fastest flyer in all of Equestria. I should have tried,"
Rainbow Dash said, jumping into the air before dropping back into the log, sighing deeply.
"Who am I kidding? I couldn't even save Applejack." "Oh, Dashy,"
Pinkie Pie said, softly wiping her own tears from her eyes.
"You tried. No one could have caught her."
The normally happy pony said, trying to cheer Rainbow Dash up. The small group sat quietly for a few minutes before Rainbow Dash got up off the log and looked at Twilight.
"Come on. Let's get that Nightmare Moon,"
Rainbow Dash said with determination, and the group nodded in agreement before starting towards the castle of the Royal Pony Sisters again. I hope they realize that with 2 of the elements of harmony dead, they're all gonna die. Well, they all die in the story anyway, but I'm just saying, even if just Applejack died and the rest stayed alive, they're not gonna win. who's gonna be honesty? Or replace any of those ponies with any other element. Who's gonna be honesty or generosity? Or kindness or loyalty or laughter? Or magic even? No, you can't do that. No, so it wouldn't matter either way. But I guess they didn't really know the elements of Harmony's power back then. So. And Joe Highlord says his story is meh. What a butt. What a great person.